Imagine if you knew exactly who was in market for your services before your competitors.
Imagine if you could email your website visitors without them sharing any contact info.
Imagine if you had an automated system that could laser target your leads on all their devices until they were ready to say yes.
In the next few minutes, we're going to show you how we're using powerful technology just like this to skyrocket our clients' business without them spending a single minute on marketing.
This technology has been hoarded by Fortune 500 companies until now. I'm Chris Morin.
And I'm Liz Dawson, and we're super excited you're here with us. A few years back, we started a real estate business in the beautiful Pioneer Valley of Western Mass. We loved living here, and we wanted to help other people build their lives here too.
Little did we know how challenging it would be to build a steady source of clients.
We followed all the suggestions for lead gen that we could find. We ran ads on Facebook, Trulia, and Zillow.
We mailed postcards to homeowners near houses that had recently sold.
We spent time with other local professionals at every networking event we could find.
We even used services to purchase low-quality shared leads.
Things were coming along slowly. We both took other jobs just to pay the bills while waiting with fingers crossed for business to pick up.
We were looking forward to the time that we could focus only on real estate, but it seemed like that day was not getting any closer.
We would go back and forth between spending all of our time on marketing only to get a handful of poor quality leads, hoping to turn them into new clients.
Then when things would finally pick up, we would spend so much time working with clients that our marketing would completely drop off, leading to another dry spell.
This cycle of feast or famine was exhausting, and we were getting no closer to our goal of financial freedom.
We needed a new strategy, something that would allow us to put our marketing on autopilot so we could be sure we were reaching new high-quality leads while still providing our existing clients with the attention they deserved. So one night, while researching trends in the industry, searching for that one thing that would transform our business, I came across an article describing how artificial intelligence was being used in some pretty interesting new ways. It could accurately predict precisely when people were in market by analyzing their online behavior and comparing it to the behavior of millions of past clients. And this was the moment when everything clicked for me. I knew this was huge. And the more I learned, the more I realized that we were on the cusp of a fundamental shift in the way that agents market themselves.
Over a year passed, and the team was finally ready. A truly exceptional crew of experienced data gurus using the power of AI was now filling our lead gen engine with high-energy rocket fuel.
We call this ship RealtyRocket, and with it, we've witnessed tremendous growth, not only in our own business, but in the businesses of many agents that struggled with the exact same challenges that we did. This technology is like the marketing equivalent of a heat-seeking missile compared to your competitors' bows and arrows. There's literally no comparison.
We want to show you exactly why our system is the single most effective way to market yourself as an agent the world has ever seen.
What we're about to share with you will sound so fantastic that you probably won't think it's possible, but we promise you, once we're finished, you'll understand just how powerful this technology truly is.
So, how do we know who's in market before anybody else?
So an in-market prospect is like a needle in a haystack, and the problem with the way most agents advertise is that they rely on demographic and interest-based targeting. Basically, you're focusing on an audience that you think will be interested in your services at some point, but there's no way to know if that point is right now or a year from now.
That's like putting out ads for the entire haystack and hoping to hit the needle. It's expensive and time-consuming, and it cuts into your profits.
So at any given time, there are only about 3% of prospects that are actually ready to buy right now. So wouldn't you rather target only those people?
So imagine for a second you have access to a system that could analyze the online behavior of millions of past real estate clients, combine it with the behavior patterns of your own past clients, leverage the immense power of AI to extract meaningful insights, and discover new leads who are actively pursuing your services right now.
This is exactly what we're doing. Our technology analyzes over 50 billion pieces of behavioral data per day, and it connects it directly to over 270 million US consumers whose identity we already know. So what this allows us to do is predict exactly when they're in market in real time, so we can engage them as new prospects before rivals even know they exist. It's like advertising only to the needle.
So how do you reach out to website visitors without their email address? The answer has to do with a piece of code that we install on your site called a Smart Pixel.
When a visitor comes to your site, our Smart Pixel captures their device ID and it compares it to our identity graph.
What's an identity graph?
So imagine a massive spreadsheet filled with data from millions of real people. I'm talking multiple emails, phone numbers, devices, their home address, social media profile information, socioeconomic, demographic, psychographic data, and even buying habits connected directly to each person.
This is called an identity graph, and ours contains over 270 million US consumers and growing.
So once a visitor's identity is confirmed, we already have their email address. We can market to them for as long as we need on any platform that we want, on any of their devices, until they're ready to do business.
Okay, so is this legal? What about privacy laws?
Each person's info is protected by a unique 256-character code called a cryptographic hash. The hash anonymizes their data in accordance with privacy laws.
But aren't there all sorts of scams and bots and fake profiles out there?
That is true, and let's look at how we address them. So bots are essentially computer programs designed to emulate realistic human behavior. They're hard at work every moment of every day, viewing and clicking on ads, driving up the cost of those ads for advertisers, and messing up the quality of their data.
Bots exist on people's computers, phones, and tablets without them even knowing it. Bot fraud is an extremely lucrative black market, actually generating more money than the illegal drug trade.
But bots don't do one important thing. They don't buy anything. Only real people buy products and services online. And during every transaction, a person provides real information to be sure they receive their product or download.
When they use their email address to log in again, that email is connected with their device ID. That information is collected and added to our graph, verifying that they are in fact a living, breathing human being. Our technology is essentially made up of 4 components, all of which are advancing at remarkable rates.
The first component is sensors. A sensor is any device that collects data like temperature, pressure, in this case people's behavior online, like URL level navigation, keyword searches, social media habits, and buying history, to name a few.
The current economy we live in has 15 billion sensors worldwide.
And Gartner, which is one of the largest consulting companies in the world, is predicting that by 2020 we'll live in a 1 trillion sensor economy. So just think of the sheer volume of behavioral data that will be generated every single day.
The more data we run through machine learning, the smarter it gets, and the more precise our predictions become.
The second component is networks. So all of these sensors are connected to networks that transmit their data to servers in real time.
And the third component is infinite computing. Infinite computing power is available from huge companies like Amazon. They provide us with the horsepower we need to crunch massive data and extract our insights.
And the fourth component is AI machine learning. So we run over 50 billion pieces of behavioral data through a highly complex algorithm every day, and we connect the insights generated from that directly to the people whose identity we already know. It's easy to see how this technology will soon become absolutely crucial if you want to stay relevant in the way that you market yourself.
Let's recap. AI machine learning allows us to extract profound insights from the real-time behavior of millions of people and use it to make the most accurate predictions about new prospects that's currently available.
Identity resolution technology allows us to email your website visitors even when they don't share any contact info, which helps us to convert them into your clients.
As a very important note, we only share this technology with 1 client per local market, providing you with a true, sustainable, and unfair advantage over your rivals. After having helped so many agents grow their business online, we found a common trend with just about all of them.
There's just too much to do, and they just don't have the time or the expertise to do it all themselves.
So stop doing all the work yourself.
There basically comes a time when you have to say enough is enough.
Strategy is what you do to win profits, and if you want to earn more profits, then you need a new strategy.
And this is exactly why clients choose to work with us. The steps of our process are simple and straightforward. Step 1, we get to know you and your particular niche.
Step 2, we create a direct plan of action that considers your goals, timeline, and budget.
Step 3, we create all the design and copy, pages, funnels, email sequences, and everything else we need to run your campaign for you.
And finally, we monitor and optimize your campaign until we are consistently generating the results you are seeking. By working with us, you'll finally have a system that reliably and predictably generates new, high-quality leads so you can focus on what you do best. Thank you so much for taking the time to stick with us until the end of this video.
If you want to discover how we can put your success on autopilot, then schedule a discovery call with us by applying now.
It will give us a chance to get to know one another, discuss your goals, and see if we're a good fit.
Thanks again for your consideration and have a wonderful day.